Missouri Firearms Coalition with another video. We'll call it another episode in the Eric Greitens saga to run away from his record. Come on in, guys. You're going to want to watch this video. We got election day is, what is it now? It's a week away. We have all of the ads are going statewide. A lot of you are getting tired of all of the nonstop drama. Folks, it's almost done. But in these last couple of days, you can count on desperate politicians to say desperately stupid things, and it's happening right now again with Eric Greitens. We're going to break down his latest statements on the Second Amendment and tell you guys why, again, he is completely full of crap. Again, guys, Aaron Dorr here with the Missouri Firearms Coalition. You've all heard this phrase before, right? If you keep repeating a lie big enough, loud enough, and often enough, it will eventually be taken as the truth. That is pretty much how you can sum up Eric Greitens' campaign right now in the area of the Second Amendment. If you just tell a lie big enough, loud enough, repeatedly, over and over and over, often enough, hopefully gun owners will forget. Well, folks, the Missouri Firearms Coalition is here to make sure that every gun owner in Missouri never forgets the truth about Eric Greitens and his record. So we're going to talk about what is all over Eric Greitens' Facebook page right now, which is his stance on capital carry. But before we do that, I'm just going to back up for a minute. We're going to put some links in the comment section right now. By the way, if you haven't seen our previous videos on this race, if you haven't seen our whiteboard video analyzing Hartzler, Greitens, and Schmidt, please watch that. If you haven't seen our digital ads, please watch those as well. If you haven't seen our previous video where we call Greitens out for lying about saying we never sent him a candidate survey, please watch that one as well. But today we're talking about Governor Greitens, former governor, disgraced governor, embarrassed Governor Greitens, and his stance on capital carry. You may be asking yourself, man, this guy he's in office a long time ago. Why does this matter? It's one little thing. There's a lot more going on right now in the two-way movement here in Missouri and across the country than this. Well, here's the thing. The only way that we as gun owners can have any confidence in how a person will act later on in office, whether it's county office, the state capitol here in Jeff City, U.S. Capitol in Washington, D.C., is by what they say, and preferably, and more importantly, by what they've done. Because anybody can say they're pro-gun. Everybody says they're pro-gun. It's Missouri in a Republican Party primary. So on the one hand, you can almost just cut out everybody's promises. Everybody claims to be pro-gun. Yeah, okay, we got that. But now what? How can you prove it? And so that's why we look for little sources of proof to prove or disprove where a candidate stands on the Second Amendment. We discussed this ad nauseum in our previous videos when it comes to Eric Schmidt, not Greitens, Schmidt. Schmidt was there on the floor for our fight to pass constitutional carry as a state senator in 2016. He was there. He fought for gun rights. Schmidt has been there for the last year, 10 months anyway, since we passed the Second Amendment Preservation Act, fighting to defend it in circuit court in Cole County, in the state Supreme Court, and now just, 2 weeks ago in federal court in Kansas City. He has been there using the power he has to defend our gun rights again. Just last week, he told the DOJ, who is only trying to audit these concealed carry permits right now as a punitive FU to Missouri because of our SAPA law. He tells them, you're not coming into Missouri to database and catalog gun owners here in our state. It's not going to happen. So this guy, when he's had the chance to do so, he's used the power that people have given him to fight for gun rights, period. We discussed Hartzler previously. I'm not going to repeat too much of that again. Don't forget, Vicky voted not once, but twice to mandate red flag gun seizure laws be imposed on our military. Not once, but twice, 2020, 2021. In our videos, our whiteboard videos, we broke those votes down. We gave you the bill number, the date, the time, the roll call number, everything you'd need to verify her votes on this issue. So we're not going to belabor that much right now as well. Let's see. Not yet, Madeline. I don't see any problems yet. When it comes to Governor Greitens, however, former Governor Greitens, the truth is something he is trying to run away from. So we've been talking about his votes, or his actions rather, to do away with capital carry in Jefferson City. The capital in Missouri has had an open carry policy, an open policy to gun owners since 1917, World War One, right? And in 2017, 100 years later, under Eric Greitens, that policy was abolished. But he doesn't like us talking about that. So we're going to break that down. Let me get you guys some pictures here. Okay. This is a screenshot from Eric Greitens' Facebook page doing the one thing that Eric Greitens can do well. And I'll be honest, the guy can do it well. He shoots a gun. That's what he's always done. Here's his Facebook page. He says, as governor, I overturned the ban on citizens exercising their Second Amendment rights in the state capitol building. I overturned the ban. Well, let's talk about that for a few minutes. Let's talk about that. Because everybody who has ever been in the state capitol knows exactly what happened in 2017. It was about 3 days before he took office. His team was already working with the Capitol complex to ban concealed carry in the Capitol. And we have an article right here from the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. I'm going to read parts of it. Now, before I do that, I get it. The Post-Dispatch is a bunch of commie lying bastards. I understand that. When it comes to gun owners, they hate us. And that's what makes this article so amazing. They loved Eric Greitens for banning guns in the Capitol. They praised him. They lauded him as being this sophisticated savant of common sense. They didn't attack him like they attack us. They didn't attack him like they attack gun owners like us, you in Missouri. They loved Eric Greitens. They said right here in the opening paragraph, second paragraph, it says, at the behest of the incoming governor, and again, this is dated back in January of 17, whose campaign was highlighted by the former SEAL firing a machine gun into a forest as a metaphor for blowing up corruption, metal detectors were installed in the entrances to the Capitol. It says, one sentence of the new policy, effective January 10, 2017, stood out. I'll read it to you verbatim. Those not fitting the previous category, that meant politicians and their staff, wishing to enter the Capitol building and legally in possession of a firearm will be asked to return the firearm to their vehicle prior to entering. A concealed carry permit does not make an allowance for a firearm to be brought into the Capitol. You guys can Google it yourself. The article is dated, let me find it here, January 15, 2017. The headline is, with an act of sanity, Greitens resets the gun debate in Missouri. So Greitens comes into power, and the first thing he does is says, you can't carry a gun in the state capitol. You can't do it. If you got a permit, if you don't have a permit, I don't care. You're not going to carry a gun in the state capitol. And then number two was, we're going to impose TSA level security at the entrances to the Capitol. Now, if you've ever been to the state capitol in Jeff City, you understand that parking is not great. And you've got an entrance basically on the north and south ends, and then on the west end, there's no entrance on the east side. And so in many cases for the public, you're walking blocks to get into the Capitol. And then when you get there, you're then for the first time under Eric Greitens' tenure, you're being told, turn around, walk back to your car 3 blocks away in the snow and put your gun back there. For 100 years, right? For 100 years, gun owners were allowed to carry a firearm in the state capitol. And under Eric Greitens, that policy ended. And then to make sure that no one got away with it, they had TSA-style security installed. And I forgot what I was going to say. So we went from having a north entrance and a south entrance and a west-facing entrance. That way you could come in from anywhere that you wanted to around the complex. And now we exclusively have, for the public, we exclusively have that west-facing entrance. with TSA style security. It's very common that you sit there and stand outside in the freezing snow in January and February, waiting for a long time to get signed in the Capitol because the security protocols take a lot of time. This is all stuff that Eric Greitens made happen as governor. So now he comes along, and again, that article, you can find it for yourself. Now he comes along, and here's his quote, the opening sentence right there. As governor, I overturned the ban on exercising your Second Amendment rights in the state Capitol building. Now, as always with any talented liar, there's an element of truth to that because he did overturn the ban. He overturned the ban that he himself solidified just 6 weeks prior because early February, mid-February, in that window is when Governor Greitens, hearing so much pressure from grassroots gun owners across the state, suddenly reversed his position. And that's how Eric Greitens rolls. If he thinks it benefits him the most to attack your gun rights, he'll attack them. If he thinks it benefits him the most to defend your gun rights, he will suddenly defend them. This is not the first time. It's one of the first times that he publicly attacked our gun rights. But this flip-flopping, this is classic Eric Greitens. Let me give you another example. You're going to love it. Everyone remembers what happened last fall, mid-November. We had just got through our big court fight in Cole County Circuit Court with the DOJ, trying to defend Missouri's Second Amendment Preservation Act. We had a major fight underway. We just got through with that level of fight. We knew there was more coming. We knew there's more battles coming with the DOJ. What does Eric Greitens do? He comes out on a radio show here in Missouri and just slams SAPA law, just slams it. He said the guys who helped pass it were rhinos. He said that it was going to do all these things that it does not do. And it was an absolute Democrat talking point model attack on the biggest expansion of gun rights ever in Missouri history. Now, this is what happens, right? So I do a Facebook Live video on behalf of the Missouri Firearms Coalition. 72 hours later, Eric Greitens goes out on other news outlets across the state and nationally and says how he is a 100% supporter of Missouri's Second Amendment Preservation Act. Here's a screenshot from the Post-Dispatch and their article dated December 7, 2021. Editorial, Greitens dared to criticize a bad law, and after pushback, he reverses himself. It's the same story when it comes to Capitol carry. He mandates a ban on concealed carry in the Capitol. He gets beat over the head, politically speaking. He reverses himself. Then you fast forward to last year, he attacks the Second Amendment Preservation Act. He gets beat over the head by the Missouri Firearms Coalition. And as you can see right here, he reverses himself. And all of a sudden, he again is a hero for the Second Amendment. You see how sick this is? Do you see how absolutely double-minded this is? This just keeps happening again and again and again and again. Last week, Eric Greitens comes out and says, the Missouri Firearms Coalition is lying about me. I never got my survey from them. And then, of course, we did a video on that, and that's posted as well in the comment section. We showed you the following screenshots. If you missed this video, you're going to like this. We showed you guys right here the certified mail receipt because we knew this guy's a liar. I knew Eric Greitens would lie about this. It's a given. The man is a liar. He's going to lie. So we certified his candidate survey, and you can see the number right there on the left-hand side, 7021 0350 0001 2057 4010. And you guys to this day can type that number into Google under USPS tracking number search, and you'll see what we told everybody a couple of days ago. Here's the next screenshot. Eric Greitens received his candidate survey on April 28, 2022 at 9:10 in the morning. Absolutely received his survey. He just doesn't want to sign it because he doesn't want to be on the record. So again, every single time, Eric Greitens gets under the gun, he then immediately lies about what he's done and counterattacks. And, that's fine. That's what politicians do. But as gun owners, this is what I want you guys to all understand, that this guy, when the chips are down, when the DOJ is trying to attack SEPA, Eric Greitens is right there attacking SEPA law. Eric Schmidt was right there defending SEPA law in court. In 2016, when the chips were down, when the rhinos in Jeff City were just about to kill constitutional carry in the Senate, when Eric Schmidt was in the Senate, he stood there and he fought to deliver constitutional carry for Missouri. When Eric Greitens was in power, a year later, he fought and made sure that you could not carry in the Capitol. Do you see that contrast? Some people use our gun rights as cheap campaign fodder. They crap all over our gun rights with fancy machine gun shoot videos, with fancy politicians shooting guns, and they want all of us to be a bunch of dumb hicks out here in flyover country, and they think that we're too stupid to know when we're being played for a fool. I'm sorry, Eric. You are a consummate liar. This is Eric Greitens, to be clear. You are a consummate liar who cannot be trusted to defend our gun rights. And again, as always, folks, you don't have any need or obligation to take my word for it. Just simply Google the facts. That's why we're giving to you so readily. Banning capital carry. Yeah, now he says he didn't do it, but it's all over on Google. He banned capital carry. A month later, he undid his ban on capital carry. So when he's on his Facebook page bragging about undoing the ban, yeah, he's right. That's after he initiated it. This kind of stuff should make you pissed, because it's not even about capital carry. It's about the lie. It's about him using our gun rights repeatedly, trying to advance himself while attacking our Second Amendment freedoms. How dare he? Greitens, we told you in November, you better, by God, apologize for attacking SEPA. We will air that video again sometime shortly. We told you better apologize for attacking SEPA. We told you better watch the bass in the tone of your voice when you apologize. You better wipe that sneer off your face. We told you all this. We gave you a top 5 list of things you should do to try to apologize for what you did. You didn't do it. You doubled down. You've attacked us as lying about your record when everybody can see the truth. Everyone can see the truth. So, folks, for all the people who were asking about his Facebook post, again, it's right here, top sentence. And, it's the same thing, right? He's always at a shooting at a gun range trying to somehow make us believe that him shooting guns is the same as him fighting for gun rights. I overturned the ban on citizens exercising their Second Amendment rights in the state capitol. Yep, you did. You overturned the ban that you yourself helped to mandate. And you never undid your policy that put TSA-style security in our state capitol. It was open to Missourians throughout World War I. We went through depressions. We went through World War II. We went through the Vietnam War. We went through the war in Iraq. We went through all these things in our country's history. We went through all of this big stuff. It lasted for 100 years. And when Eric Greitens gets into office, the first thing he does is to ban concealed carry in our state capitol. Again, guys, it's not any one thing. It's not the ban on concealed carry in the Capitol. It's not his attacks on SEPA law. It's not his refusal to sign a survey. It's just that every single time, this guy has been in a position to defend our gun rights, he stabs us in the back. Every single time we call him out for it, he lies. Every single time. He's tried to play gun owners for fools. And folks, we will not let that happen here in Missouri. The Missouri Firearms Coalition will be here, and we will be sounding the alarm on Eric Greitens' his attacks on our gun rights every single day from now until Election Day. Guys, thank you so much for watching our videos. Do me a favor, share these online. You know, Facebook hates our videos, as you can imagine. Big tech hates our videos, as you can imagine. So do me a favor, share our videos online and get involved in our fight. We have a link, I believe, right now above the video. Donate, folks. We have ads that we want to run, that we are running right now, that we have to run bigger, that we have to run more of between now and Election Day. Time is running out. Make a donation right away if you can. Help us keep this pressure on. And again, guys, send your, make sure and share this video all over your Facebook page. I'm just reading some of the comments here from Kathy. Good to see that, Kathy. Appreciate that. Raymond Potter, good to see you on here, my friend. Mark Trusty is on here. Greitens will sell us out. Let's see here. I'm not sure what Johnny Atkinson means, but we'll let that go for now. And T-Rex gets the final comment. He says, guys and gals, never let Greitens blindfold you. I dig it, man. I dig it. All right, guys, that's what we have time for right now. Share our video. Much more to come. Election is just 1 week away. The countdown is underway. Keep the pressure on. We'll keep you guys informed. Take care.